Whiskey Tango, welcome back. Look, thanks for all the lovely comments you've been leaving. It does warm the cockles of my heart to know that some of you enjoy what I've got to say. I've just got a lifetime of experience, and this is probably just a good way of sharing it all with you. Today I was just looking back, and I'm going to share a video that we made for a Sea Shepherd campaign a while ago, quite a while ago, at a time when shark attacks in Australia were getting more frequent. They'll call for shark necks and shark culling and all that kind of stuff. And it made me realise that people are just not well equipped to go into the surf, into the domain where large swimmy bitey things sometimes bite you. It's hosted by a friend of mine, Paul de Gelder. He was a clearance diver in the Australian Navy when he was unfortunate enough to be nibbled by a shark in Sydney Harbour, I believe it was. He's now a great advocate for shark conservation. He just knows what beautiful creatures they are. So I made this video only because someone showed me a video that was produced by, I don't know, someone, I won't name names. It was meant to be the mutts nuts of videos, but I thought it was shit. And they said, well, can you do any better? And I said, yep, I believe I can. So what you're about to see is my version of a video, how to treat shark bite wounds or shark bite attacks. Bearing in mind that I think if you look at the national database, and there is a national or international database of shark deaths and fatalities, 99% of those are from having one of your limbs nibbled off, which is a bit unfortunate. That causes catastrophic bleeding and death. If you get bitten in the torso, you're just fucked, aren't you? But I think 1% of all the historical shark bites or shark attacks have been torso bites. They just go for the dangly bits, and most of the time it's just because they've got poor eyesight. Possibly. I'm not a marine biologist. Anyway, catastrophic bleeding is what kills people in a shark attack, and we know from Afghanistan, from Iraq, from all the conflict zones that are currently happening at the moment, that tourniquets are really good for catastrophic bleeding. You know, do your TCCC course and learn how to do learn how to put a tourniquet on. Learn what types of tourniquets. I think I've done a video on tourniquets. If I haven't, let me know and I'll do one. I've got my firm favourite, which is this soft T tourniquet, but we will go through a whole heap of time talking about tourniquets. This is just to introduce our shark attack video. So I hope you like it. If you like us, subscribe or like us down the bottom. It just gives us the incentive to make some more, and tell us what you think. After the video, watch out, and there's a few little stories that went on about when we filmed this. Just, you know, makes people laugh when I tell them normally, so see what you think. So watch on, learn from this experience, learn from the message that this video has to say, because it could save your life. If you're a surfer, mate, you pay $30 for that little waxy stuff to put on your board. Maybe spend $30 on a tourniquet and carry that with you, because just in case you do get nibbled by a shark, this shit is going to save your life. If you're not watching this for a shark attack video, you're watching this just how to deal with catastrophic bleeding, it's the same symptoms, it's the same treatment. It's not rocket science. Just use your tourniquet and watch the video, see what you think. Alright, thanks very much, watch on, and yeah, tune in afterwards and I'll share some stories with you.
My name's Paul de Gelder, and while working with the Navy clearance divers in Sydney Harbour, I was attacked by a massive shark. The shark removed my entire hamstring and my hand. Without the calm reactions of my teammates and the application of a tourniquet above the wound, I may not have survived. If we interact with marine life in their natural surroundings, we need to be prepared for a worst-case scenario. The acute shark attack pack is designed specifically to meet the needs of a shark interaction. We all love the great outdoors. We should all interact and respect the world around us. In our daily lives, we're used to mitigating the various hazards that we face every day. For example, to avoid the harmful rays of the sun, we're all used to slip, slop, slap. And we carry first aid kits for when accidents occur. Most fatalities following interactions with sharks are the result of catastrophic hemorrhage. Recent experience with traumatic amputation has shown that rapid use of an effective arterial tourniquet will save a life in these circumstances. The Australian and New Zealand Resuscitation Councils both recommend that if severe bleeding cannot be controlled by the application of sustained pressure to or near the wound, a tourniquet may be used. Sea Shepherd Medical Advisors have adapted the widely used first aid algorithm that is included in the Shark Pack to ensure it deals directly with catastrophic bleeding associated with shark interaction. Any rescuer must ensure the scene is clear of danger and that there are no visible sharks in the water close to the injured person. Failure to do so will risk the life of any rescuer and increase the medical response required. Any shark attack victim must be rescued onto a solid surface prior to treatment. Effective rescue cannot be delivered in the water. This can be back to the beach or in a boat if too far out. If an event is witnessed, help must be initiated as soon as possible to ensure an appropriate medical response arrives to take over treatment of the victim. If there is an obvious amputation or life-threatening hemorrhage, an effective arterial tourniquet must be applied as soon as possible. The Australian Resuscitation Council guidelines state that there are 3 steps to effectively manage extreme bleeding. First, apply direct pressure to the site. Next, apply a hemostatic agent. And last, apply an arterial tourniquet. An effective arterial tourniquet must be applied high and tight. If possible, the tourniquet must be applied at least 2 centimetres above the wound, as near to the top of the limb as possible. In the case of an obvious amputation with active bleeding, don't waste time and apply an effective arterial tourniquet immediately. The tourniquet must be applied tight enough to ensure visible bleeding has ceased, and then secure to ensure the pressure remains. Any rescuers should be constantly talking to the victim to reassure them and to ensure that their airway and breathing are not obstructed.
Hey mate, help is on its way. We've got the tourniquet on and the ambulance is on its way, mate. Yeah, you'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm feeling really faint.
You right, mate? You okay? Hello? Caleb?
At any point in time, if the victim becomes unresponsive or stops answering questions, a rapid assessment must be made of their airway and breathing. If normal breathing is not present, then CPR must be started. 30 compressions, 2 breaths at a rate of 100 to 120 compressions a minute. Should the victim not require resuscitation, once the obvious life-threatening issues have been addressed, a thoroughly good visual inspection should be made to ensure no other injuries are present. Interactions with sharks need not be fatal. My life was saved by prompt action. People must carry suitable equipment with them to use to provide life-saving interventions should the need arise.
So, yes. So we made this. It was in Fremantle, on the beach. We turned up really, really early. And you see from the wound, any guesses what the wound is? It's pretty sure it's a leg of lamb, and trimmed with my moulage skills, and a little bit of IV tubing shoved in there to create an artery. And my son Dante, who is the chief squeezer of the bag, to stimulate the arterial bleeding. Anyway, we were making this up, and a couple of little old ladies came walking past. I think they were nurses, and I went, "Oh, is this a first aid video? Can we help?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's a kind of first aid video. You can help if you like. You can watch that." And then they said, "Oh, what's that?" and took a look at the leg of lamb that was all dressed up and protruding out of this guy's, this is the top, his swimming top or something, and and they quickly departed. Yeah, it wasn't quite the first aid video that they thought it would be. So have a look at that. That was quite fucking funny. Yeah, so that blood, yeah, so I do this moulage stuff quite seriously. So the blood we were using is stage blood. As you can see from the bit in the water where the swimmer gets attacked, and there's this big fuck off mound of blood that just comes erupting out of his arm after the simulated shark attack. Just at this moment in time, there was a police helicopter flying above, and I suddenly thought, fuck, have I told the emergency services that I'm filming a film that might produce a little bit of public panic? So I was shitting it for a couple of minutes, hoping that the police helicopter wouldn't see this large amount of blood and a man splashing around in dire need of assistance. So yeah, fortunately they didn't, and I didn't get arrested, which is quite good. Oh yeah, blood. Oh yeah, another story about the blood. So it takes quite a while to film a video like that. Paul was really good. Yeah, he's a true professional. However, we weren't, and it took some time. So by the time we got round to the blood in the sea bit, then it's a popular beach, and although we turned up quite early, there were quite a few people there. Until such time, there was blood in the water and a man thrashing around. So what was a semi-populated beach and waterfront quickly turned into a vacant piece of land, because everyone in the water just fucking fucked off. They saw the I think they thought it was a real, even though I told people on the beach, due diligence, nice guy that I am, you know, by the way, we're shooting a shark attack video, so you might see a little bit of red stuff in the water. Obviously people didn't hear me, didn't listen, or couldn't be asked, and they went swimming out, and then all of a sudden they saw this man thrashing around the water with a big fuck off pool of blood around him, and they shit themselves. Literally a bomb burst from the scene. It was like the beach was empty within about 30 seconds. So yeah, that was quite funny. That was coupled with the helicopter, so I was waiting to get reported, but yeah, fortunately that was one of the last scenes we did, and we probably fucked off. So hope you like that bit too. Yeah, so all in all, I hope you like that. It was a bit of fun for us. This video was on YouTube before, got taken off. I don't know why. It's back on there now under our channel. We made it, so it's ours. All good. If you like it, like I said, subscribe. There won't be any more epics like that. Well, there might be. You never know. We might go on a trip, or we might do something a little bit funky in the future, if you so desire it. So subscribe. Tell your mates to subscribe and like it and comment. Yeah, we do. I do sometimes look at the comments, and sometimes, quite often, when I'm prompted, reply to them. So yeah, cool. Hope you liked it. Hope you liked the funny bits at the end. And rock on. See you next time. And that's a wrap, Mark. Ha.